You know, for over a quarter of the entire world's population, their personality, their luck, even major life decisions are all influenced by a celestial race between animals. It sounds wild, right? Well, today we're diving deep into the Chinese zodiac.
So let me ask you, what's your animal sign? Are you a powerful tiger? Maybe a resourceful rabbit? Or just maybe a majestic dragon?
Because if you answer that question in many cultures, it's not just small talk. It's actually a really polite way of asking your age. See, the zodiac runs on a repeating 12-year cycle, so if you say, I'm a monkey, they can do some quick mental math and figure out if you're 24, 36, or maybe 48. But this is about so much more than just a number. Each of these animals has a story, and it all kicks off with one legendary race.
Yeah, the most famous origin story is this incredible tale of cosmic proportions. The legend goes that the Jade Emperor, who's basically the ruler of all heavens, decided he needed a good way to measure time. And, you know, what better way to do that than with a massive competition, a great race.
The rules were pretty straightforward. He called all the animals together and laid it out. The first 12 of you to cross this huge raging river and get to my palace will earn a place of honor on the brand new calendar. And the order you arrive in is the order you'll stay in forever.
And this is where the whole thing gets decided. The tiny but super clever rat knew it was a terrible swimmer, so it spots the big, kind-hearted ox and asks for a ride. The ox, being a good guy, says sure. But just as they're about to reach the finish line, the rat leaps off the ox's head, landing first. And that's exactly why the rat is the first animal of the zodiac and the hardworking ox is second.
Up next was the powerful tiger, who literally had to battle the river's insane currents to snag third place. Right behind him was the rabbit. Now, the rabbit couldn't swim at all, but it was clever, using its agility to hop across stepping stones and even catch a ride on a floating log that washed it right ashore for fourth place.
Okay, now you'd think the dragon, who can fly by the way, would have easily gotten first place, right? Nope. He came in fifth, and when the Jade Emperor asked him what happened, the dragon explained that on the way, he saw a village that was suffering from a terrible drought, so he stopped to make it rain for them. His compassion cost him the top spot, but it totally cemented his reputation as this noble, heroic figure.
After the dragon, the horse came galloping up, totally ready to claim sixth place. But then, out of nowhere, the sneaky snake, who had secretly wrapped itself around the horse's hoof, suddenly appeared. The horse reared back, completely shocked, which gave the snake the perfect opening to slither into sixth place, leaving the poor, startled horse to take seventh.
What happened next was just a beautiful display of teamwork. The rooster found a raft, and the goat and the monkey jumped in to help clear a path through all the weeds and reeds. They all crossed the river together, and in this great show of harmony, they decided to give eighth place to the gentle goat, followed by the monkey in ninth and the rooster in 10th.
The dog, who was a fantastic swimmer, should have been way up there in the rankings. But he got a little distracted. He was just having too much fun playing in the cool water and only managed to scramble ashore for 11th place. And finally, just as the emperor was about to wrap things up, the pig comes waddling in, dead last. His excuse? He got hungry, stopped for a big meal, and then, well, he took a nap. Classic.
And so, the great race set the final order for all time. Rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. This exact order repeats every single 12 years.
So that's the legendary beginning. But this isn't just some old story. It's a living, breathing system. So let's figure out where you fit into all of this.
It's actually pretty simple. Your animal sign is determined by the year you were born, and that cycle repeats every 12 years. So if you were born in 1996, you're a rat, just like someone born in 2008 or 2020. But, and this is a big but, there's a really crucial catch. The zodiac follows the lunar calendar, not the one most of us use, and that means the new year doesn't start on January 1st. It actually changes every single year, usually falling sometime between late January and the middle of February. So if your birthday is in that little window, you've got to look up the exact date of the Lunar New Year for your birth year to be sure about your sign.
And get this, it's a little counterintuitive. You'd think that your own zodiac year, your Ben McNann, would be your luckiest year, right? Well, it's actually considered the exact opposite. It's supposed to be a year filled with challenges and potential misfortune. To fight this, it's a tradition to wear something red, often red underwear actually, for the entire year to ward off all that bad luck. Now, if you think it's just about a 12-year animal cycle, you're just scratching the surface. The system goes so much deeper, and this is where it gets really fascinating.
So think of it like this. The 12 animals are just one layer of the puzzle. That layer is known as the earthly branches. Then you combine that with a whole other layer, the 10 heavenly stems. These represent 5 core elements, each with a yin and a yang form. You put those 2 layers together, and you get a complete 60-year cycle.
So what this means is you aren't just a dragon. You could be a wood dragon, or a fire dragon, or a metal dragon. Every element adds this whole other layer of personality and meaning. It's what makes the 2024 wood dragon, for example, a totally unique combination that only comes around once every 60 years.
Okay, so this ancient system is really interesting, but does it actually matter today? The answer is a huge, resounding yes, and in ways that can literally affect entire economies.
Check this out. The dragon is seen as the luckiest, most powerful sign of all. So, in 2012, the last year of the dragon, the birth rate in parts of Asia jumped by 5%. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but that works out to about 1 million extra babies being born, all because parents wanted to have a lucky dragon baby.
But on the flip side, some signs are seen as, well, less desirable. The goat, for instance, is often seen as being too gentle, too passive, maybe destined for a harder life. And this belief is so strong that hospitals have actually seen a spike in scheduled C-sections in the final months of the year of the horse, as parents literally race against the clock to avoid having a goat baby.
But here is a fantastic twist. If you look at the Forbes list of the world's richest people, the supposedly unlucky goat and the volatile tiger, they actually outrank the lucky dragon. And it suggests something really powerful. Maybe being born in a less popular year means you face less competition growing up, giving you a kind of hidden advantage.
And you know, this system isn't just limited to China. As it spread across Asia, different cultures put their own spin on it, adapting it to fit their own unique folklore and environment.
For example, in Vietnam, the 4th animal isn't the rabbit, it's the cat. And that's probably because the ancient word for rabbit sounds a whole lot like the word for cat. In Thailand, the dragon is replaced by the naga, which is a mythical sea serpent from their local stories. So it's the same 12-year cycle, just with its own distinct cultural fingerprint.
So, we've journeyed from a mythical race all the way to real-world economic impacts. It's just a powerful reminder that the stories we tell ourselves can shape our reality in some really profound ways. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other ancient beliefs are invisibly guiding our modern world?